countries need to work together to combat this. So if it breaks apart nations, then terrorism only becomes a bigger problem.
Yeah, that's true. And one last bonus question, right? How the Palestine versus Israel war is going on currently. Who do you think is more in the wrong, and what's your reasoning behind this?
There isn't really a wrong or right, but I do think that unfortunately the scale of this, it's not a war. I don't think it's right to call this a war. It's a genocide, to be honest.
Yeah,
The
that's
amount of innocent people, the amount of children, the amount of women that have been killed, I don't think there hasn't been, I believe this is right, that no war has been this deadly since World War II, which is, again, like I said, it's not a war, it's a genocide, but a lot of people like to portray it in the media in that way. And if you see something like Russia and Ukraine, a lot of people are quick to side with Ukraine and saying Russia is, they're in the wrong. But when it comes to Israel and Palestine, a lot of people are silent because apparently it's too political.
Yep.
So that's why I think it's important, like I said, the media to educate, because a lot of the younger generation has stood on the right side of history.
Yeah.
And they have stood with Palestine and they have boycotted and done whatnot. But again, the media talks a lot on Israel's side and takes a lot of Israel's side, especially Britain.
Which is true. Thank you so much for your time. Again, very informative. Loved every single opinion you had. And again, every other one that I interviewed today will have different opinions from yours. So thank you again. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
How long is it?
Your battery was about to die. That's why I kept saying wrap it up.
When did you say that?
Son, you are really awkward, and
Honestly,
you were standing way too close to me.
Honestly,
Well, yeah, I had to stand
I like
Yeah,
It's-
I was less awkward than him, wasn't I?
It's kind of hard, okay? It's not easy. Okay, hold on. Let's see if
How long was the video?
I'm trying to figure
I was
it out.
on the blur off that video. Then she said you only had 10 minutes.
For real, I feel like this interview alone was 10 minutes.
Honestly, what a bloody sigma. Yeah. You're gonna say psych. Yep, I knew it.
It's 9 minutes and 34 seconds.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna probably. Okay. I'm gonna go check the quality out. The sound quality.
If not, then ask me just 2 questions.
No. Then I'll ask you the simpler ones. So you can give the one-word answers.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. One-word answers.
No, we don't want one answers.
It's still going to be the same. I'm still going to answer the same way. Your question is just going to be shorter.
No.
Because it means the same thing. You're like the media perception. How big is the media's role?
No,
Like
but I'm
that.
talking about these questions. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think makes people turn
Turn to terrorism. That's the same as saying, what do you think is the root causes? Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't make a change.
yeah, okay.
I'm going to still say the same thing.
Okay, let me go check this
So
out.
you
Then.
might just need to ask me like 2 or 3 questions.
Let me go check this out.
And don't ask the bonus questions. You don't